Oh, well, I'm back to my video. Yeah, so today's Saturday. Last time we did it was on Friday. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick to the normal schedule, the usual either Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, so last time I left off, I went to my grandma's house, the old lady, with my dad. Because usually my mom is the one who goes to my grandma's on Friday night and also Saturday. Then she come back on a Sunday, usually around lunchtime. So it's switched schedule. So my dad and I went because my mom was still in Taiwan. So somebody had to be there, and it was me and my dad. Yeah. I really don't like going there. Yeah, it was not a really big deal. My grandma, but it's more like my uncle. There's like an old tradition of like, well, the older generation really favor the son. So yeah, she's part of that generation. So if anybody actually experienced that, uh, explain that makes the story a lot easier. So basically, that and my uncle, he is super weak, very afraid of his wife. So a lot of things he can't really do and help my grandma. And my grandma's also a big problem too. She has to change her urine pretty often. I don't know how often, but it's pretty often. I would say maybe 2 or 3 times a week she leaks, but she's very stubborn. She wouldn't let me, my dad, and my mom change. She would let my mom change. Well, she won't. My grandma wouldn't let me or my dad change because obvious reasons, gender, and also not comfortable with her or whatever. I mean, I don't really care. So, then my mom, very difficult unless my mom yell at her, and then she will actually listen. Because if you and people who actually learn that, or people who understand like if you're wet, that your bottom part is wet. Well, it's not comfortable at all. Like if you splash water on your pants, it's not very comfortable. And especially at nighttime, it's very cold, and we always can tell like when she do that. Every time I visit her, she always do that because she always go next to the heater or the fireplace to warm herself up. She refuses to change it. She can't change it on her own. So there's always somebody who changes for her, either the caregiver or my mom, or most of the time my uncle. Yeah. But last Saturday, she called my uncle to ask for help. Or I think my mom emailed him first. But he said he was gonna come, and 2 hours later he didn't come. Yeah, he's too weak. He can't stand against his wife now. Yeah, so that's pretty typical drama. I think everybody has that kind of drama, but I think my family's kind of drama is kind of unique, especially well, the son wise. A lot of problem. Can't really. The stuff she do is pretty very transparent. We need more transparency. I mean, people love transparency, so he's not very transparent a lot of stuff. So I'm always suspicious over that guy. But yeah, my grandma's very stubborn and wouldn't change. Then my uncle usually doesn't come unless it's like he usually come on like a Tuesday, but now he comes on instead of Tuesday, he come on a Sunday. So Sunday he comes to change the diaper. Well, I mean the urine bag. Yeah, and my grandma's at fault too. So both have faults, but it's mostly my grandma. She's very stubborn and she thinks that only her son or their caregiver can change. She don't think any of us and my mom can change. And it's not that hard because it's just a diaper. Yeah, and there's a thing called YouTube, can just learn right away. And a lot of the stuff that the product she buys, there's always instructions, so it's not that hard. It's more like of a her problem. But yeah, it's pretty much like a weekend. That's almost every weekend, every time we go visit the old lady. Yeah, which is very stubborn. And the funny thing is, every time when she doesn't change, my mom just has to either yell or get angry at her, or like what's it called? Oh, say your son is coming. Oh, she will immediately change. Immediately when she hears her son. Well, I mean, it's one thing that she's nice. He is nice to her, but he's actually not. I mean, I mean, to her, she probably seemed the nice. He seemed the nicest because he doesn't know a lot of things going on with my grandma because he never lived with my grandma, and he never actually take out my grandma very long. Like he taking her to meals, but he never take her like a whole day or spend a night. So a lot of things that my grandma have issues. Like she mostly have a problem at nighttime. My uncle doesn't know anything. Yeah, but he would never know. So yeah, very interesting drama. Yeah. Anyway, that's usually every weekend. But moving forward to Monday, well, Monday I didn't have anything. I don't have any homework. I still don't have any homework. So I just did what to do. I cleaned up the house. And every time I say clean up a house, it's very difficult because my mom and I like to don't have that much stuff at home. But as my dad, he's a big issue. He's a big hoarder. Yeah. Like when we want to get rid of stuff, he doesn't want to get rid of stuff. So yeah. So every time I say clean up, it takes a long time. Like I probably only got rid of like a few stuff. And when we get rid of stuff, he will sneak his way to bring the stuff back up. Like we put it in like a donation bag, he will just find it and put it back. So it's very hard to actually legit clean up. But we try to clean up all the time, but it's very hard. Yeah. And that was like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That was when I didn't have school. So Tuesday, my project management class, we didn't do much. But the whole majority of the class we spent time talking about the project. So something about project management. And one thing, I think there was like everybody had to contribute one idea. So we slowly eliminate the ideas. I think there was about 20 student-ish. But yeah, a lot of ideas. I mean, in my opinion, I don't like it at all. Like some of them are about food truck. Others about what's it called? A lot of health, personal fit, a lot of health. I remember that. And some are interesting, like planning daycare, like a way to arrange daycare of parents and something like that. I know there's a big market. Then one of them was refugee resources. Then it was artists, something about artists. I forgot, but I really don't like it. Yeah, it's something, but again, I don't really know that much because it is about project management. But my idea was about the digital wallet, and I mean, I just put it in there. Well, I wrote it down what I exactly talk about. I talk about. Let me see. They have it. Oh yeah, so basically just give a short thing like providing everyday digital finances and services. I try to keep it as simple as possible. But my proposals to give like a bot vibe, you know. But yeah, nobody wants it. So yeah. So end of the day, one of them was international trading too. Yeah, so I forgot how it worked, but I think a lot of people don't really care about ideas. I was scanning the room. A lot of them I already recognize them from my other class, from my 463 class from last semester. So a lot of them already have like a. They're actually working with the same people they actually work with. I noticed a few, but not all of them though. Yeah, so they kind of have an idea they're gonna work together. I don't think they really care about which topic really it is. Again, we're just proposing ideas. Don't know how hard could it be until you actually do it. Again, we don't really know that much about the course because we haven't even started yet. So yeah. So there was a voting system. So each group only have 3 or 4. 4 is the max. So I know the refugee one got the top vote for some reason. That's interesting. The other one is the daycare. I thought that was interesting too. The one with the artist. I don't remember, but I was like, that. It's something about artists' rights. I don't know too much about it. But at the end of the day, it was supposed to be, the project manager is supposed to put whatever on the website. That's what the professor said. So we can publish it on the website, whatever that means. And my proposal seemed like a bot answer to most people. So bot request. So yeah. Then there was someone said international trading. I voted for that one. And there was other person. And there was other one for food truck, something like that. So I joined the international trading. There's only two of us. But after when we meet up, everybody, like people are to exchange contact info. That guy who made the international trading, I'm not sure. It's hard to keep it. There's like 20 people contributing ideas. He decided to dip out and join other group. I was like, bro. Then a lot of groups I think they're filled. I think, but there were also some missing students too. So a lot of groups are filled. So I'm pretty much left alone that time of the day. Yeah, but I stick to international training even though it's not my idea. I actually don't even really know how that works. I mean, when you talk about international training, that sounds like a lot more work because international. And I don't know what the professor is really requiring. So we're just giving out ideas, something to do with project management. Then we have to put it on the website. That's all I know. So I figured a digital wall would be easier, doesn't have to be digital wall, or anything can be easier rather than international. So I'm stuck alone. And I could have joined another group. There was 3, but there was one group that had 3 people. I could have joined that group, but I know exactly who those 3 are. One of them one of them I don't know too well, but the other 2 I know that. Given my perception that I had from last semesters, they talk a lot, but they don't really know what's going on. And that's a perception I received when they were giving their presentation. But usually in class they talk a lot, but they don't know a lot when they're the material. That makes sense. So I don't want to get into that, and I decided to work alone. Temporarily alone, but I cannot work alone for obvious reasons. Professor won't let me anyways. So I think there was a few missing students. I'm not too sure. So I will either work on the international trading or join another group. But I don't even know how many students were missing. But professor said there were some students missing because otherwise the group will be either 3 or 4. So yeah. So I'll figure it out next week. With the professor, let me figure it out. I think there's probably like 1 or 2. I remember only one person missing and I didn't see him. And I talked to him on the first day of class. I know he's definitely missing. I don't know if there's more, so we'll figure that out. But for right now, I'm alone and I kind of want to, do something I'm more comfortable in and also I'm more passionate in, like digital wallet. Because if you have interest in it, you will generally make more effort. If you're doing an area you don't have that much interest, you probably will not put that much effort. I mean that's not for most. I mean I was to contribute my my share, but obviously I wouldn't put as much effort when you have something of interest. Hello. Then that's basically that class. Then my security class. My professor, I don't know if I said it last week, but he used to teach at my school, the school. But that was 4 years ago, he said. But he still doesn't have email access to the school, and we're supposed to get email from him, but we didn't get it. So just been waiting, and I'm still waiting. I think it's like something related course. I think it's like a online homework hub, basically something like that, if that's the right word. So still haven't received it yet. But we basically learned some definitions in class about some basic knowledge of cybersecurity. I remember learning some definitions of it, why is it needed, how do we prevent it, type of attacks. some brief little legal cases like new regulations and layers, how it works. I don't. Yeah, I can't remember the top of my head, but it's pretty basic. It's chapter 1, so I mean, people would know about infosec, then probably have an idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, but I only have 2 classes, so there's not that much to it. Yeah, but yeah, I think on Thursday. I think it was was it Tuesday? Maybe it's Wednesday. I'm not sure, but I got a package. It's an MG34. It's a very beautiful gun. Very beautiful. It's pretty heavy. Yeah. If you I uploaded to a short. I uploaded a short, so if you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out. It's a very beautiful, very very beautiful gun. If it's not one of the most beautiful guns in World War II, and like an LMG per se. Yeah, very beautiful. I plan on getting more. Well, not more LMGs, but basically World War II wipes in general. Oh, and they're not fireable at all, so they're not even real. They're just replicas. So there's no set out there. I mean, I could get a real one, but I haven't really looked into it yet. I live in California, so I can't really expect too much. So I doubt I can even get it. I live in California. I don't know the laws. I haven't even looked at. I should probably look into it. But probably not gonna bother because I live in California. I know it's super strict, so a replica would do. And if I want to get a real one, it's gonna be pricey. It's probably enough to I can buy a car. So. Speaking of transportation, I've been looking at scooters, like the vroom vroom, they call it scooters in America, but in Asia they call it motorbike. They call it scooter because I think it's slower than the typical motorbikes they have in America, so they call it scooter here. They're relatively cheap. They're like about 1,000 you can get it. I was looking into it and look how gas efficient it is. I'm interested in it, but I talked to my mom. She doesn't like that idea because it's not very feasible. So yeah, I think that kind of ended the conversation. Oh yeah, my mom got back on Thursday night. She got me some books. Books I used to read. Comic books, not real books. That I used to read when I was young. They're basically about traveling the world. There's like a suggestion about jail, I don't know how to say that in English. World travel something. Yeah. So it has all the countries, and I found out recently they also do cities as well. So my mom got whatever she could. It was pretty heavy, but thank God she had a luggage so she could just pull it instead of actually carry it. So yeah. Yeah. Thankfully my mom. Thanks to my mom that she got it, and yeah, they're very good books. It's childhood memory. I used to read it a lot, so yeah. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, and I just wanna maybe I wanna try something new. I'm doing this video right now. This is like the normal way I usually do. Like every once a week, I do this. Should I try doing something like I do when I was in Asia? Like I record like maybe clips and put together, but not every day though. Like once a week. So I'll do once a week, like those multiple clips and put it all together. One video per week. Should I do something like that? I don't mind doing it, but I figured that the video might be long, might be way too long. Okay, I actually did try that on the first day when I was last week. I was talking about the class. I somehow dragged it to 8 minutes, so probably. Well, I have a problem too. I talk a lot. I tend to make a very simple sentence and drag it very long. Yeah. So I'll probably try again if anybody's interested. I mean, I actually know. I'm just gonna try it next week. If it's too long, then I'll probably upload it. But I'll try to practice in a way to make it shorter. My goal is actually always make the video only like 15 or 20 minutes. That's always a goal. But I do make it longer. I don't know how. I just talk a lot. Tend to drag words longer than it should be. But yeah. So right now is Saturday. Moving to Saturday. So this weekend I'm just going to actually have a Wi-Fi internet issue. I did fix it. My Ethernet cable. I just found out my internet has been so slow. We're supposed to have 1 gig in this house. 1 gig network. But I'm only getting 30, and I don't know what's going on. I tried to troubleshoot it, but it's not working. But I checked all the area, each rooms. They're all 1 gig. Yeah. So I figure it's either but I'm able to get Ethernet connection here to my desktop, but I'm not getting the 1 gig. But Ethernet is working, but I'm just not getting 1 gig. So I'm thinking that and it's basically this whole room basically. Yeah. So I assume the middle might be bent or something. I'm not sure. Because the connection still works, it's just not the right speed. It's just 30 mbps. That's just way too slow. That's even slower than the Wi-Fi that I used to have. So yeah, I'm expecting at least 600. But yeah, I'm not even getting close to that. So going to probably have to rewire it again. Cause I do remember when I was doing it initially, I did remember bending it. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think that was the first cable I actually did in the whole house. So I probably did not do it right, didn't do it tight enough, or it wasn't, or bend it, or probably somehow burned it. I'm not sure, right? I don't know. But the cable is shielded, so I'm not too sure. So we'll figure that out. Even though the connection works, it's just the speed is missing. So yeah, figure that out. Yeah, update that happens. So we'll take care of this today and tomorrow. And oh yeah, and the hydrophonic, I look into it. I'm actually ready to go. But the problem is my local area, Home Depot and Lowe's, they don't have PVC pipe. So the plan I had is delay unless I look for other options, but for right now it's delay. There's no PVC pipes. I mean, there are some, but I'm not looking for not the dimension I want. I'm looking for a 4-inch. But my area only have like 1 or 2 or a half an inch, so it's not even close to what I'm looking for. Yeah, and I tried looking around the area, even like 100 miles away. I can't even find it. So that project is delayed. So that sucks. So I'll try to look for alternatives. Yeah. So just a quick update. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.